How did the Beatles become famous?
Song Beatles music mix. Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles.
There are two key components to the Beatles' success. Firstly, their original catchy style of music, and secondly, their geographical success, as they had many travelling opportunities other bands could not afford, which increased their global interest. The Beatles consisted of John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison and Ringo Starr, also known as the Fab Four. Over their career, the Beatles recorded 240 songs. The uniqueness of the Beatles' music was in part thanks to being inspired by music from another country, the American genre called skiffle. The Beatles adapted this to their own style of music, inspiring a new generation in the northwest of England. A key moment in the path to fame was their trip to Hamburg, Germany. This broadened international horizons and opened their eyes to European influences, such as music, fashion, culture and their famous mop-top hairstyle. Touring also gave them a chance to develop their performance skills. The Fab Four themselves were inspired by a variety of cultures. George Harrison was particularly inspired by the Indian classical instrument, the sitar. For the first time, the flow of inspiration was reversed, and British music was travelling around the world. They toured countries like Japan, Australia, Scotland, New Zealand, India and America. Beatlemania swept across the world, even into countries like the USSR, where the Fab Four never visited but still managed to inspire a generation that helped bring down the Iron Curtain. The Beatles are still influential and popular as they ever were, shown by when they released a compilation album in 2000, which reached #1 in over 35 countries, selling 31 million copies worldwide. To conclude, in the answer to the question, how did the Beatles become famous? There were two key factors: their music, skiffle, individual interests and creative freedom, and geography. Trips to Hamburg, Japan, Australia and America. The influence to a variety of foreign cultures.